Welcome back, everybody. Right now, hundreds of local shelter animals are headed to the East Coast to get away from Hurricane Laura. Rashi Vance is live at Hobby Airport with more. Good morning, Rashi.
Hey, good morning, Jose. Yeah, a lot of shelters are preparing for the storm as well by making sure that they evacuate many of their animals. So take a look right here. Like I said, we're at Hobby Airport. You can see a lot of the animals here too, but there's going to be a lot more coming in. And they're getting the crates and the kennels ready so they can go onto the airplane a little bit later this morning and head over to Virginia. Now, this is being all put together by Houston PetSet. They partnered with Petco Foundation, and animals are coming from Bayou Animal Services, Aid Brigade, and the SPCA of Brazoria County, also with Montgomery County as well. And I have one of their chief veterinarians, or the chief veterinarian, I should say, Malia. So tell me why this is so important to do.
Yeah, I think with Harvey, everybody was unsure what was going to happen, how to prepare, and we've been through kind of the worst that we've ever, and so now we're taking steps to be overly prepared and ready to go. I know Harris County Shelter is setting up at NRG. Montgomery County is setting up at the fairgrounds for a pop-up shelter if needed, because there were so many displaced animals at Harvey that people had to evacuate immediately, and their dogs somehow got left or lost or ran off. So we're just really trying to urge people that be prepared and take shelter before it gets here. We know it's going to be bad. We know it's getting worse. So if you can go somewhere, and please take your animals with you and make sure they're microchipped. That's the first thing we do when they come to the shelter is scan them. So that's extremely important.
And one of the big things also with shelters, some of them might have to even euthanize some of the animals, right? Just to be able to make sure that they have room.
Yeah, as a community in Houston and the greater Houston area, we do an amazing job, and we couldn't do it without partners like Petco to help us do stuff like this and get animals out. So we're going to try to avoid that at all costs, which is why we have the other locations ready to go for pop-up shelters. But sometimes it's inevitable, especially with injuries. It's going to be really hard for us to manage medical care in these situations. So we're as ready as we can be, and that is always the last resort, but it's always a possibility. So the most important thing is to just be ready and take precautions.
All right, and that's exactly what they're doing. So this plane is going to actually land, and they're going to be loading up a little bit later this morning, so we bring that to you. I do also want to make note that the Houston SPCA, they already flew out and drove a lot of their animals to make room. And they also have the Wildlife Center there, and I was talking with the Houston SPCA, and they were saying that if you do bring an injured animal, first of all, make sure it's safe and wrap them up in a towel. That's very, very important because they get inundated with all these injured animals. So just taking care of all the animals amid the storm. For now, reporting live from Hobby Airport, Rashi Vance, FOX26.